Hi, my name is Katie Moore and I'm a senior here at El Dorado High School. I plan on attending the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs in the fall to pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing. I plan on working as a travel RN for at least a couple of years to gain experience before earning my master's degree and either becoming a women's health nurse practitioner or a nurse midwife. I spent the first semester at mentorship researching and applying to a number of different colleges and scholarships. I applied to the University of New Mexico, CU Boulder, and the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. I was accepted to all three of those schools, but think I've decided on UCCS. I started looking at scholarships and financial aid for all of these schools and see what programs they have to offer and that type of stuff. And the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, I was rewarded the Peak Scholarship, and I've been selected as a finalist for their honors program, and I'm waiting to hear back results for that, and still waiting on a few different scholarships from them. Along with colleges, I also worked on creating a list of individuals that I would reach out to for a possible mentorship. I was lucky enough to hear back from Megan Morse, who is a nurse midwife at Darluz Birthing Center. We set up a phone call and she answered all of the questions I had about her career and how she got there. She was amazing and made me even more interested in this career field. She gave me the name and number of Yelena Barras, who is the student and volunteer coordinator at Darluz, and Yelena was able to get me connected to 2 midwives and 1 RN to go in for a few days to shadow them over winter break. During the few days that I went to Darluz over winter break to shadow, I would go in for a full day around 8 to 5, and I would follow around a midwife or a nurse all day. My first day I was with this midwife named Corey, and she had a full day of patients back to back. She had about 10 minutes in between each patient, and I was able to be there for all types of different exams, from any stage of pregnancy to up to 8 weeks after birth. I helped run blood labs and paperwork and prescriptions, as well as just like helping change diapers of newborns. And the next day when I went in, I was shadowing Megan Morse, who is the one that I had the phone call with, and she had a much more open day. We saw a few patients, and then she had a chunk of about 2 hours in her day where she chose to chart during those, and she thought that would be boring for me, so she gave me a couple books to read about the career and just different things. And then I shadowed Nurse Savannah, and she showed me sort of the behind the scenes of everything and how patient charts are transferred to different hospitals in case there's any complications that the birthing center can't handle with their resources. And I also went with her to a couple weight check or lactation visits, and I helped her clean up after everything. I took trash out, and she also showed me a placenta and showed me the different like nerves in it and just different blood vessels and just how the anatomy of it, which was really interesting to see. I'm so glad that I got to have this experience because it really showed me what kind of atmosphere I would love to work in someday. I loved the homey feel this center had compared to regular doctor's offices or hospitals. All of the midwives and nurses really cared about each of their patients and wanted them to be educated and comfortable in every single stage of their pregnancy. I want to be able to make those deep and lasting connections with women and make them feel as comfortable as possible, and think that this experience really helped me in deciding what kind of career and work environment that I would really like to pursue.